Hello, bods. I'm back this week with another version of This is an Ichabod. But this week we have a special edition. I interviewed the students for Civic Engagement on Washburn University's campus to see about their new initiative and the things that they're doing to increase voter registration here. Stay tuned for the interview.
Hi, I'm Natasha Martinez, and I'm a political science major, sophomore political science major, I guess. Yeah, sorry.
I'm Jack Van Dam. I'm a junior political science major.
And I'm Mallory Lutz. I'm a freshman here at Washburn, and I'm a history major.
Alrighty, so nice to meet y'all. Could you tell us a little bit about the organization that you're involved in?
So we're involved in Students for Civic Engagement, and each of us are involved for different reasons. But one of the reasons that I got involved is we're talking about starting a a League of Women Voters here on campus. And so we were talking about different projects or different ideas that we really wanted to start. And one of the things that we noticed was a problem was the voter registration. The statistical side of it, that a lot of students our age aren't registered to vote, and that the process is really hard to get registered to vote. And so we wanted them to be able to have a resource here on campus that you could go to and ask questions for and get those questions answered. And so we all kind of started this organization to just really make an impact here on campus.
And it really kind of sparked my interest because kind of like what Natasha was saying is that, just like the millennial generation, if I could talk, that we're a part of, there's like so many of us out there that are able to vote, but we just don't vote. Especially with this election coming up, like all elections, it's super important.
Giving back to those who've done so much for this country and fought hard for this country to protect democracy. So I really hope that we can make Washburn a campus that values civic engagement.
Very nice. All right, so you recently had a large event, I heard. Do you want to talk a little bit about what happened at the library recently?
So we actually had a voter registration kickoff day because it was last Tuesday was National Voter Registration Day. And so to start off explaining the fact that we are trying to get 1,000 new registered voters here on campus, so we call it the March to 1,000 New Voters.
Very good. So, so this organization that you're a part of, the Students for Civic Engagement, is this the only thing that y'all will be doing, or what other goals do you have?
We're working also with the first year experience program because on October 14th, Representative John Lewis, he's a congressman from Georgia, he's coming to campus and is doing the I Read lecture. And some background behind Representative Lewis is he was down there with Dr. King, and really was a huge part of the civil rights movement. So both Martin Luther King and John Lewis were, critical in helping, fix the civil rights issues, so we can have more of a country like we have today.
So why do y'all think that voting is an important thing to do?
Voting is important. It's a right and a privilege because people in this country have fought for the right to vote, and people have fought for democracy and to protect this right that we have. And many times elections are decided by very few people, very few votes, especially at the local and state level, so it's really important to get out there and vote.
I would say voting is important because we, as the younger generation, really will be impacted by what's going on, whether that be in the legislature now, whether that be in the really near future. We're going to be the ones that are affected by the legislation that's being passed, and so it's important for us to get our opinions stated out there.
Our generation faces so many issues, not only domestically in the United States, but around the world. So it's really important that members of our generation they just vote and be able to, express their opinion and who they want representing them.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys for sharing your story about your organization, and good luck on your goal of 1,000 voters.
Thank you.
Thank you.